What's up, y'all? Decided to shoot a video out here in nature. You know what I'm saying? Reason being is because we gotta unplug, disassociate from the matrix sometimes, you know? The hustle and bustle of work, getting to the bag, all that stuff, you know what I mean? You know, I often talk about faith first, fitness. Well, when you do a nature walk, what you're able to do is just tap into your faith a lot more because there's no distraction. Even though while I'm out here, I'm being distracted by making this video. But before I decided to make a video, I had already meditated and cleared my mind, you know? And so when you meditate and clear your mind, you're a lot closer to God, the Most High, right? So when you just listen to the nature sounds and you actually touch a tree, or you take your shoes off and you ground, but just by touching a tree and by hugging a tree, right, like this, you're receiving the positive ions or the positive electrons from the tree that immediately affects your body, all trillions of your cells. You know, when you do that, that helps to get rid of negative energy, information, etc. It's kind of like a reset. When you inhale in the air, you listen to the sounds of the insects and birds and how the water is moving through the creek and the stream. It's very relaxing. The air is cleaner. You're actually out in sunlight, you're getting the vitamin D that affects all systems of the body. So a great way to do your faith and your fitness is to find a nature spot and just enjoy it. Unplug. This is good for your brain and your cognition. It allows your brain to reset instead of being overloaded with media and data and, for all intents and purposes, bullshit. With all those videos, it's like a reset. So anyway, what's the purpose of the video? Well, tapping back into nature and unplugging, man, getting out of the matrix. A lot of people, man, they're so tapped in, especially with AI. So my son sent me a video and it was really intriguing because what's happening right now, it's not like AI is coming, it's already here. AI is already here, okay? And you see there, those are deer. That's beautiful. I actually see some deer. Nope. He looked too interested to me. Sorry, I just want to go sit over there. Can I go sit over there? You gonna be all right? With me sitting over there, gotta ask him for permission. You dig? So, people are actually forming relationships with AI, like ChatGPT. They're actually getting together with ChatGPT and having relationships with it, romantically, to the extent where they want to get married to it, you know, which is weird, which is strange, which shouldn't even be happening. But what does that mean? That means that the divide, the gap, the chasm between men and women right now is so great that relationships are so disingenuous and unreal that people are now resorting to AI. Megan Fox, she's got a movie called Subservience, right? You catch it on Netflix. I checked it out a couple of months ago. It's good, and it may seem like science fiction, but it's not. This shit is happening like right now. So imagine when people, that's a beautiful deer. Look at that, hold on. I don't know if you can see it over there. Wow. Never seen this in Miami. But yeah, so imagine when people, men and women, right, start buying sex dolls, robotic sex dolls. And instead of marrying people, they're marrying these dolls, these robots, these cyborgs, these androids, whatever you want to call them, these humanoids, right? Instead of people. I mean, the future is looking really weird at this point. And people are doing it out of loneliness. People are doing it out of not being able to connect genuinely with people in real life. Everything's online. Most people meet each other on dating apps these days. And you know how they can be, dating apps. It's always best to meet people in person, while you're out and about doing your daily things, shopping, day-to-day commute to work, stuff like that, whatever. But it's best to meet women like that instead of online, even though most people are meeting online. But, it's just so unnatural, as it were. But nevertheless, with the way the trend of dating is going right now, everything is digital. Not just dating, but just life. AI is taking over. And it's not something that's in the future. No, it's happening now. It's taking over jobs. It's taking over, careers. Blue-collar workers, white-collar workers, and taking over relationships. So what are we going to do about it? Are you going to jump on the bandwagon? You're going to go with the trend? You're going to start disconnecting yourself from people a lot more, or what? Me, I prefer organic interactions. I prefer meeting a woman in person that's in my vicinity, where I can feel her energy. But all this AI stuff is crazy. Like, I'll use ChatGPT for work, docs, spreadsheets, reports, strategy on stuff like that. But in terms of an intimate relationship, that's crazy work to me. But just wanted to see what you guys thought about this, man. It's weird. This is what's happening. Check out that movie Subservience by Megan Good. Not Megan Good, but Megan Fox. And you'll see, this is what we're headed to. This is what's happening. This is what's actually happening now. People are actually forming intimate relationships with their AI on any device, whether it be your phone, your laptop, your desktop, whatever. But this is a new thing, man. But that's all I got on this one, man. Like, share, subscribe. Like my shit, share my shit, subscribe to my shit, and comment on my shit. I'll see you guys next video. Yup.